Can a team, we were discussing this earlier, Miami Dolphins were supposed to be a team, you were talking about teams in the Patriots in Cincinnati, but the Miami Dolphins were supposed to challenge the Patriots this year. Everybody thought, oh, they added Sue, who now says he doesn't have any emotion about games. Tannehill was a rising quarterback, got the big contract. They were on the rise, and then Philbin, and they went into the dumper, and they fired Philbin. Can a coach come in from the outside at this point in the season, Howard, in the National Football League? You've seen it in baseball over and over again in the other sports, but could they bring in a Mike Shanahan or somebody like that and actually turn the season around, or are they just stuck now?
No, I think I don't think that's ever happened, and I think it's very unrealistic that it can. Because basically, at this stage of the season, you can't be changing offense and changing systems and doing all that. You have to go what is there. It's just too short a season to all of a sudden just be that disruptive and then be able to win games and do what you have to do to really turn it around. And it wasn't as if Mike Shanahan was tremendously successful in Washington when he came in there, and that obviously wasn't during the season. But there's no panaceas, I don't think, in the National Football League. Personally, I thought the Dolphins, from what a lot of people were saying, were overrated coming into the season. I mean, Joe Philbin gets fired, but there were a lot of suspect personnel moves that team made. A couple of years ago, they spent huge money on Mike Wallace and linebackers like Philip Wheeler and Donnell Ellerbe, and those guys lasted one season, and they're not even there anymore. Then this year, they make a big splash, and they go crazy for Ndamukong Suh, and I'm saying, how is that going to make them that much better because of the resultant salary cap issues that you've just created by signing a guy like that? And so here now that they've got these big question marks, and I do think Tannehill can be a quarterback that they can build around, but their offensive line isn't very good, which certainly is what's affecting a lot of teams in the NFL this year. Lines aren't very good. They can't run the football. The defense has been below par, and if they're going to turn it around, I think it just comes down to the players you have just playing better and finding ways to win games. There's not a lot that separates the overall talent in the NFL. It comes down to who plays better on Sunday, who plays best in the fourth quarter when games are close. And so that more than anything, is what will turn around the Dolphins. Is it there to do it? Who knows? But that's a franchise right now that I think doesn't have a direction. They don't know what they're going to do. They've got too many hands in the pot with Mike Tannenbaum and Dennis Hickey, the general manager, who's really in charge of personnel. I just think they have some real issues there, and it's going to take more than just a head coach coming in to turn it around.
Howard, really appreciate your time. Hoping to talk to you later in the season if that's all right with you.
Sure, anytime.